What is our plan?
This is the plan! So the plan is to do a general strike. You can sign up for that on the generalstrikeus.com website. We need, I think they said like 3% of the population in order to do it successfully. You know, a lot of people have been signing up. So you definitely want to join in on that so we can actually do it. In order to for the general strike to like succeed, we need to be doing mutual aid so people you know, are surviving during the strike. So mutual aid, check out the mutual aid hub. You can Google that. That's a website, and it has a map of all the mutual aid organizations in the U.S., all the public ones. So definitely find one in your area. If there's none, make one. One Free Community is making a mutual aid organization online. I currently don't know where they're at in the process. If you'd like to help them out, volunteer with that, highly suggest it. I personally have a Discord server called Plans Ahoy that is mutual aid for specifically for people with disabilities and you know kind of difficult living situations. Is I have found that mutual aid organizations tend to kind of leave them out. For addressing capitalism, the easiest thing you can do is join a gift economy. And there's a fantastic app to do that called Buy Nothing. I found that their Facebook groups, local neighborhood Facebook groups, tend to have a lot more people than the app. So yeah, you can, you know, do the app, do the Facebook group. Buy Nothing is fantastic. The next thing is urban off-gridding. Urban off-gridding is really important for becoming independent from the system and really being able to support ourselves. You know, and when I say independent from the system, it's really important to be doing that with your neighbors. Because off-gridding is a very difficult thing to do alone. So definitely do it with your neighbors, and yeah, that's just like a really important thing for you know, getting away from capitalism. Next thing, next plan is vote third party. You know, this is something that we needed to organize a long time ago, and I'm not happy that it has not happened yet to the extent it needs to be, but you know, a lot of people, you know, obviously we're not voting for Republican, and we're not voting for, I'm not voting for Genocide Joe. I am not going to say who you should vote for or not, even though I am right now. I suggest you vote third party, but voting is something that is your decision. And yeah, I'm trying to remove the judgment from my voice. Vote in local elections. That is a really massive, huge, very important, very, very important thing. So please do research on your local positions. Do your research and vote. And if you can, as like do like really intense research, and then volunteer that information to an online voting guide, because they rely on volunteers. So that's a very important thing. The next thing, the next part of the plan for fashionism, we are going to, you know, that is somewhat of an inevitable thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to do what people did back in Germany, and we are going to um, focus on harm reduction, creating friction, so slowing them down, doing things like wasting resources, wasting their resources, and this is because that's kind of specifically a like choose your own battle thing. If you can check out my reposts, I reposted something that someone who had family in the Holocaust kind of explained. But yeah, and then hopefully one day things are a lot better. Um, so what are we building back? A decolonized, anti-abuse society uh, with the mindset of no one is free until everyone is free, aka we need to end discrimination of all sorts, all sorts of discrimination. Um, we're gonna do solar punk and like advance, allow science to advance without the constraints of capitalism and climate action too. Allow science and climate action to advance without capitalism. We're going to have walkable communities with third spaces, and human rights are going to be guaranteed. I personally am a really huge fan of systems thinking, but right now I'm trying to go with a plan, things that are more, how do I say, like known about. Yeah, the Discord server Plans Ahoy is not like a big thing. That's something I just started, but I was just mentioning it. Like that's what I'm doing. And another thing I'm doing that is also very small and has not really developed yet is I have a wiki on GitHub for the Sustainable Development Goals. It's over 160 goals on human rights and environmental rights, and it's basically designed to like be a plan to like tangibly achieve the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. Um, and these are goals that the United Nations created again on human rights and environmental rights. They told us what their goals are, and so we will give them what they asked for. uh, some of the goals themselves, the way it's written, some of it is harm reduction, and some of it is like very very lefty. Like if you think about actually achieving those things by 2030, never think the UN would make goals like that, but they did. And I think we should actually try to achieve it. But yeah, so that's anyway, that's a very small thing. I'm not saying that's part of the plan because it's not, a massive big thing, but it's something I'm working on. And if you'd like to check it out, feel free. But yeah, all the other things, they're much bigger things, movements that are much more organized. So yeah, so that's the plan.